Hey everybody, today we're going to make a big roasted pan full of lasagna, and when I make lasagna I like to make a lot of it so we can freeze some, and it's always really good after it's frozen or it's been in the refrigerator and you eat it the second and third time. The flavors just seem so good, so I always make a big batch. And I had bought a large package of hamburger meat, and so far I've made burritos with it, and then yesterday I made chili with it, and today will be the last meal and it'll be the lasagna. And it's already been cooked. I'm just going to put it in the pan, and this will move pretty fast because of the meat being cooked. So I'll go ahead and get you over here to the pot, and I'll turn the burner on. And anybody that's interested, this little cart here, I love it. So I'm going to use that spoon. And here is the rest of the meat. And it's still cold, so it's a little bit hard to get out. Might have to get a knife. So I'm going to use this bowl again in just a second, so I'll just set it over. And all I'm really going to do is heat up this meat until it comes apart, and just get that hot, and then we're going to put the lasagna together. So I want onion in it, and I don't feel like chopping an onion, so I'm going to use some of this. Well, there it is, the freeze-dried chopped onion. Give a little stir. I want to put some oregano in. And if you put your spices in and let them kind of get the heat to them this way, where they're straight on the bottom of your pan, it kind of releases more of the flavor than if you put them right in your sauce. I'm going to put a little basil. Basil is one of my favorites. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. And I forgot to get the garlic out. I was about not able to find it. And you can probably, well, not with the camera down, but you'll be able to see Bo but Ty, when I put it back up. We have him living in the house now, and he's doing a great job of not wetting in the house or anything. He's just a sweet doggy. So I'm going to put a little bit more than that, about like that. of the minced garlic. Stir it around. I'm going to put in 2 cans of spaghetti sauce, or 2 jars. This is the Bertolli, Parmesan, and Romano. And this one is 5 cheese. And 5 cheese happens to be my very favorite spaghetti sauce. I'm going to turn it down a little bit more, add a little bit of water here. And I'm going to give it a shake to get all the sauce out. And then I'll do the same with this jar. And so now we're going to give it a good stir. And I feel like this is not going to be enough sauce for this big roasting pan I'm going to use for making the lasagna. So I'm going to put a big can of crushed tomatoes, and I've added plenty of sauce, so we ought to be good. So I'll be right back. And I was almost not able to find it, but I'm going to put the larger can of crushed tomatoes. So there we go. Now that ought to be plenty. And I am just going to go ahead and cut the burner off on that, because we're going to use it in just a few minutes to go ahead and start putting our lasagna together. And so it's okay if it's not real hot. Now I'm going to use the bowl that I had the hamburger meat in, so I don't have to dirty up another bowl. I'm going to put 2 eggs. And this ricotta cheese. I've laid my knife down somewhere. So we're going to put that on in with the egg. And then we're going to put this container of cottage cheese. It's 24 ounces. I believe the ricotta was 16. And so we'll get all that out. Now I'm going to take the spoon and I'm going to beat all this together. And I'm sorry if that hitting the side of the bowl was irritating. So there that is. And I'll just set it over. One thing I forgot with the sauce is sugar. Anything with tomato, we love sugar in, and also we like sugar in everything anyway. This is Splenda. So I'm just going to stir that up. And you can use whatever amount that you like. But when me and my daughters make spaghetti or lasagna, it's always real sweet. And people, most people love it. So, like I said, this is the roasting pan that I'm going to use. I'm going to spray it. I'm also going to use Parmesan cheese. And I'm going to use mozzarella cheese. And I've got the oven ready lasagna noodles. I feel like you can use either kind and they'll work fine. When I first started baking this in the dish in the oven and not cooking the noodles on the stove, I never used this kind of oven ready. I used the just the regular old noodles. So you do what you want to do with that. So I'm going to put some sauce down. And it's nice and thick. Just stir that around. My battery's about to die, so I may just put a layer or two and then go ahead and finish doing it off. And with this odd shaped pan, wow, these are hard to break. It doesn't matter if they crumble. It's all good. Now, put some sauce, and I would say about 2 scoops. And spread it around. Then this mixture, I just sprinkle it. Some people spread theirs. I just, for some reason, like to sprinkle it. It's what my mom always did. and if you sprinkle it, the sauce can get through all the layers better. So there's that. Then I'm gonna sprinkle some Parmesan. Not too much, but just where we can get it everywhere. And then some of the mozzarella cheese. And I have another bag if I happen to run out. So then we go back, and what my mom used to do would be put the noodles in the opposite direction. So that's what I'm doing here. And so then we're going to go ahead and I forgot what I was doing for a second. Put the cottage cheese ricotta mixture and egg. Bit more Parmesan. I think I messed up this layer for some reason, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, put your Parmesan on. And then put you some sauce on. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish getting this ready for the oven. I'm cooking it on 375 for 30 minutes covered, and then I'm gonna uncover it and cook it 30 minutes more. So we'll be back when it's ready to eat. The lasagna has finished cooking and it smells so good. I am going to go ahead and serve some right now rather than waiting, about 10 or 15 minutes and give it a chance to rest. And then if I did that, it would cut and hold its shape better. But we are really hungry, and so there's no time to wait. So we're going to go ahead and eat as soon as I'll show y'all what this looks like. And I did cook it for a half hour covered, then a half hour uncovered, and then I broiled the cheese on top for probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. So, oh, and let me tell you this. I knew when I was in the store to buy 2 boxes of the lasagna noodles, and I just didn't do it. I kept thinking buy two, and I didn't. Well, I should have, because I had a big excess of the sauce left, and 2, I had quite a bit of the cottage cheese mixture left, but I put it all on. And when we get to the end of this, if there's like a lot of the sauce in the bottom and stuff, I'll just make some macaroni noodles or something and mix it with that, and we'll just eat it. But I like a ton of sauce on mine, and so I'm going to enjoy it being real saucy. So now that I have finished rambling, we'll look at the lasagna and give it a try. So here it is. Not sure how well you can see it. I'll hold it up a little bit where you can get a better look. And so yeah, you can tell it is really saucy. It's just falling apart. But the good thing about that is you just chew less when you eat. So here it is in all of its torn up condition. And I'm going to give it a taste. And as I told y'all, I'm not sure if I posted the video yet, but yesterday, you know, I had 2 posts put in. And yesterday, for some reason, this post came out. And my mouth on both sides real tender. So it won't be a big bite, but it'll be a bite. That is delicious. I don't think I would change a thing. It is so good. Of course, there's quite a bit of sauce, but for me, that's a good thing. But you know how to cut back and make a smaller amount of sauce for the size dish you want to make. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope you give this a try because it is very good. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.